The Indian Air Force won't let its noisy neighbor forget the hammering it received during Operation Sindoor. Indian Air Force just concluded a 2-day live fire war games overlooking Pakistan's Karachi coastline. This is sure to give Pakistan nightmares about 1971 when Indian warships destroyed the Karachi port and harbour and left it burning for days, leading to Pakistan's defeat in the war and the surrender of 93,000 Pakistani troops to the Indian Army. So the Indian Air Force fighter jets have concluded their 2-day live fire military drills in the northern Arabian Sea, a stone's throw away from Pakistani airspace. The exercise was held from September 2nd to 3rd off India's western coast of Gujarat. These IAF war games were held just 200 nautical miles off Karachi's coast and as close as 70 nautical miles from Pakistan-controlled airspace over the sea. Now, this is well within range of the Indian Air Force's SCALP missiles, which have a strike range of 550 kilometers and were used along with the BrahMos to devastate at least 10 Pakistani air bases during the short war. So with these war games, the Indian Air Force is sending a subtle Sindoor reminder to Karachi. Its proximity to Pakistani airbase makes the exercise strategically significant, although Indian officials named it as a routine training operation. To make the drill official, the Indian Air Force also released a Notice to Air Missions or NOTAM informing pilots and airlines that this specific section of the airspace is temporarily closed due to live firing exercise and unusual military maneuvers. The chosen location is definitely not a coincidence. Karachi is Pakistan's largest port and a crucial naval and a trade hub. It alone handles more than 50% of Pakistan's trade, including vital oil and energy imports. Any disruption to this port will limit Pakistan's ability to engage in any prolonged conflict and lead to Pakistan's quick defeat. This is unlike India, which has numerous deep-water ports, including Visakhapatnam, Chennai, Mumbai, Surat, and Mundra Ot, among a host of others, and doesn't depend on any one of them. Now, this proximity means Indian aircraft will operate outside Pakistan's sovereign airspace, but notably near the boundary of Pakistan's Air Defense Identification Zone, or ADIZ, which is an extended security buffer where unidentified or unauthorized aircraft can trigger military responses. Now, conducting these exercises so far offshore also means the Indian Air Force maritime strike capabilities and the ability to threaten or cut Pakistan's vital shipping lanes in case of any future conflicts. It also showcases Indian Air Force's reach and the ability to project power close to important Pakistani economic and military assets. The Arabian Sea is also a vital part of India's maritime domain, through which 80% of India's external trade and 90% of its energy imports transit. Bharat aims to assert itself as the preeminent maritime power in the Indian Ocean region, countering regional influences, especially China's expanding footprint. Military drills overlooking Karachi reinforce India's intent to maintain dominance and deter threats in this pivotal region. Now, these drills are also a loud strategic message amid ongoing regional tensions that any future terror strikes in India, like the one in Pahalgam, Kashmir, by any Pakistan-backed terror group, will be met with an overwhelming response from the Indian military. The reports from before the drills claim the Indian Air Force is ready to use some of its most advanced aircraft and weapon systems during these war games. According to TFI Post, Indian Air Force could have used these drills to test its next-generation missiles away from any spotlight. So what makes the Astra Mark III and the BrahMos NG special? The Astra Mark III or Gandiva missile is a beyond visual range air-to-air missile under development by the DRDO, featuring supersonic speed of Mach 4.5 and a range of up to 340 kilometers against high-altitude targets. It is designed to be deployed on the Sukhoi 30 MKI as well as the indigenous Tejas fighter jets and is likely undergoing propulsion and range trials during these exercises. Now, what makes Gandiva stand out is its agility. It can engage highly maneuverable fighter jets, even those executing sharp turns, thanks to its ability to handle angles of attack up to 20 degrees. Its 10 km snap up and snap down capability enables it to hit targets flying significantly above or below its level. This gives it the versatility to take down enemy fighter jets, bombers, aerial refueling aircraft, as well as AWACS surveillance planes with lethal precision. The BrahMos NG, or Next Generation, is a lighter, faster supersonic cruise missile variant meant to be carried by the Sukhoi 30 MKIs and the Tejas with a range of about 290 kilometers. It is considered a primary deterrent and a precision strike weapon, and the drill may involve its live firing and integration tests. This breakthrough significantly enhances India's offensive capabilities. The BrahMos NG will be quicker to deploy, more difficult to intercept, and easier to adapt across multiple fighter jet platforms. It will act as a critical deterrent capable of delivering precision strikes against enemy bases, radar systems, and key command centers deep within enemy territory. The Indian Air Force used fewer than 50 missiles and precision-guided weapons during Operation Sindoor to pressure Pakistan to accept a ceasefire. Air Marshal Naramdeshwar Tiwari stated, "From the list of options presented, we had a large number of target sets, and finally we boiled down to 9. Key takeaway for us, that in less than 50 weapons, we were able to achieve conflict elimination. So this is the essential part which I want you to take away." Unquote. He further added, "We expected a response and still kept it calibrated, and we engaged only military targets. But when the main attack came on the night of May 9th and 10th, that was the time we decided that we needed to go and send the right message. We hit them pan front." Operation Sindoor featured advanced systems including SCALP and Hammer missiles fired from Rafale jets, BrahMos cruise missiles fired by Sukhoi 30 jets, and loitering munitions like kamikaze drones for both reconnaissance and precision strikes. The strategy centered on maximizing precision and lethality while minimizing civilian casualties and avoiding wider escalation. Now, the Indian Air Force possesses a vast and diversified arsenal of missiles and precision-guided weapons numbering in the thousands, spanning multiple operational categories. Key missiles and guided weapon inventory in the Indian Air Force has included BrahMos missiles, surface-to-air missiles, air-to-air missiles, precision-guided air-to-surface weapons, as well as tactical ballistic missiles. Some notable missiles in service include the S-400 Triumph with a range of up to 400 kilometers, Akash NG with a range of up to 70 kilometers, Barak 8 air defense system with a range of 100 kilometers, Spider and VS-4AD short-range surface-to-air missiles with a range of 20 to 50 kilometers, Astra Mark II Meteor air-to-air missiles with ranges up to 160 kilometers and beyond. BrahMos, SCALP and Hammer are air-to-surface missiles which we have mentioned. Apart from them, precision-guided bombs, loitering munitions and standoff weapons are in India's arsenal. However, exact totals are not officially published due to national security considerations. Still, China believes India has thousands of BrahMos. Now, this drill in the Arabian Sea highlights the ongoing efforts by the Indian Air Force to maintain operational readiness and assert its strategic interests. But what do you believe? Was the location of these Indian Air Force drills a strategic warning to Pakistan that India remains ready for Operation Sindoor Part 2? Despite India-US tariff tensions, the Indian government, through Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, is set to procure 113 additional GE F404 engines from General Electric to meet the immediate needs of the Indian Air Force's Tejas Mark I and Mark 1A fighter jets. The new procurement follows 99 engines ordered in 2021. Ongoing supply of these engines ensures production of up to 180 Tejas Mark 1A fighter jets. The cumulative order of 287 jets will support over 220 Tejas aircraft, planned to be delivered before 2030. Germany-based ThyssenKrupp Marine Systems has signed Memorandum of Understanding with Hyderabad-based VEM Technologies for the development, production and integration, testing and modernization of heavyweight torpedoes in India. The agreement is part of Indo-German defense cooperation with an aim to localize manufacturing of heavyweight torpedoes in India, where VEM Technologies will take responsibility for the integration and testing, promoting Make in India initiative. The partnership also plans to explore advanced anti-submarine warfare systems. There is also interest in expanding cooperation to the Indian Navy's Project 75I submarine program and engagement with the DRDO and other defense entities. The Indian Air Force is giving a new lease of life to its legendary MiG-21 jets. After serving for more than 60 years, these fighter aircraft will no longer serve in combat roles but now will be repurposed as high-speed aerial targets. They will play a key role in testing and trials of India's advanced air defense systems, including the Akash NG, XR-SAM and QR-SAM missiles. This move paves the way for Indian Air Force to induct domestically produced Tejas Mark 1As and Mark II fighter aircraft. Additionally, the final variant MiG-21 Bison is the ideal candidate for this role with speeds of Mark II and an altitude of 17 kilometers. This conversion from MiG-21 to target drones is an instrumental move to strengthen India's future air defense shield. The Indian Navy's submarine INS Sindhu Vijay, a Kilo-class vessel, has reached Hindustan Shipyard Limited in Visakhapatnam for a major mid-life refit. Commissioned in 1988, the submarine will undergo extensive repairs, upgrades to its weapons and sensors, and life extension to keep it battle-ready for the next decade. This project marks a big step towards strengthening the Navy's underwater capabilities at a time of growing maritime challenges. Once completed, the submarine will return to service with improved endurance and firepower, giving a boost to India's submarine fleet and advancing the Navy's self-reliance in defense. Leave a comment with your opinion, and if you like such informative news reports on defense and geopolitics, then like and subscribe to Inconnect News.